So you said Jesus isn't real, right? Well, what proof do you have that he's not real? And the only proof you could have that he's not real is no proof found. But let me tell you, there's a lot of proof to where Jesus existed. We have found over 4,000 manuscripts of the Old Testament and over 2,000 manuscripts of the New Testament written in Greek. They all documented Jesus's life, and the Old Testament documented Jesus's prophecies, and the New Testament actually fulfilled every single one of them without any contradictions. One example is Josephus, one of the Galilean military commanders. After Jesus' death, he wrote about Jesus' apostles' death and Jesus as the Messiah. So this is coming from a secular source that's not Christian, and even he knew that. He knew of his miracles, and he knew of his existence. One funny thing I wanted to mention is a lot of people think the Bible is man-made, but let me ask you this, because in the Bible is written that when Jesus resurrected, when the men and women were there, all the men ran away and the women stayed. So it was the men who got scared. And let me ask you this. Do you think any man would write a story about men being cowardly running away while the women are staying and they're all like standing their ground and they're not losing it? Especially men of that century and culture. Another source was a Senator Tacitus, this is another non-Christian source. He wrote of Jesus's encounter with Pilate and his crucifixion. Anyway, that's all the proof I can really give from written accounts and historical documents I can give. But Jesus said, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. No one comes to the Father except me. And through him, he defeated death on the cross. So because of him, you don't have to fear death. And he has his promises. His promises, if you put your faith in him and live for him and keep his commandments and live just to be a good example for Jesus, then he will let you into heaven. Many other religions out there teach that you got to work your way. You got to do these good works, get baptized, rituals, and those are good things to get baptized, read your Bible, go to church, but that's not what gets you to heaven. Jesus' gift to us is a way to heaven through him. It's not us. Because if we had to do anything, if we had to do any works to get to heaven, it's not a gift. But honestly, I do fear the pain of dying, and since I don't know what it's like to die, I do fear it. But in a way, I don't fear it because I know as a Christian what comes after. Thank you for watching. Any questions you have for me,